This week in Jamaica Now, police gang busted. 4 more cops linked to criminal Clarendon group arrested.
And this investigation was not reported by citizens. It was a result of our own intelligence-led investigation.
Pomp and protests, mixed reactions as British royals visit Jamaica. Prime Minister tells them that Jamaica is moving on from the Queen as the head of state. The Duke decries slavery but stops short of an apology.
Slavery was abhorrent, and it should never have happened.
Lower-level Spanish Town hospital staff feeling small after being restricted from greeting the royals. Alleged St. Thomas child-abductor Davian Bryan captured in Portland. His sister says he always wanted to surrender. And 2 schoolboys murdered in separate incidents. A stolen guard ring is the motive for one of them. I'm Davian Mitchell, and this is Jamaica Now. Police investigators have cracked a major Clarendon-based gang, arresting 4 more cops said to be members of a criminal organization. Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of crime, Fitzbailey, says the 4 constables are among 8 members of the force who have been identified as part of the Ranko gang. A 5th cop was arrested in June last year. 3 others are on the run, including one who is overseas.
The police have the capacity and the will to investigate our own. And this investigation was not reported by citizens. It was a result of our own intelligence-led investigation. We would like to declare that we will be unbiased in our approach to any member of the society who run afoul of the law. Whether you're a pastor, a priest, a politician, or police, you will be apprehended, and as long as there is sufficient evidence, you will be prosecuted.
The cop arrested last year, identified as Constable Tafari Taylor, is said to be the leader of the Ranko gang. DCP Bailey said a total of 27 gangsters have so far been identified. There were pomp and protests this week as Prince William and Kate, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, touched down at Kingston's Norman Manley International Airport for their 3-day visit. It was part of a Caribbean tour to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. At the airport, Jamaica Defence Force soldiers, regal in their ceremonial attire, formed a guard of honor to welcome the couple. Then there were the usual meet and greet on the tarmac. Dignitaries turning out to shake hands with the royals. But miles away outside the gates of the British High Commission in New Kingston, protesters demanding an apology for slavery presided over by the British.
The Queen has been in office for 70 years, and there's no indication that she plans to apologize. They must do what is right and right the wrongs of history.
We want to get rid of the Queen of England, not to entrench her.
All of this to me is an opportunity for the government, for the opposition to come together and make a drive for Jamaica to become a Republican country. It won't solve every problem, but it's a beginning of a way to actually shift how we see ourselves and chart our own path.
Protest aside, first stop for the royals, a courtesy call on Governor General Sir Patrick Allen, the Queen's representative in Jamaica. The royals also visited Trenchtown, the home of reggae legend Bob Marley, the Spanish Town Hospital, Shortwood Teachers College, and an army training base in St. James. In Trenchtown, internet sensation L.A. Lewis almost stole the show. However, he was escorted from the area reserved for dignitaries and accredited personnel. Culture Minister Babsy Grange told him that it was not his show.
No, this is my yard where I born and grew up. And if you go over there, you see people from Waterhouse, you see Shelley and Fraser from all over. So why Babsy Grange now want to embarrass the Maroon Emperor? You understand? Remember, I represent Trenchtown. I represent Trenchtown, right? Surfer.
L.A. Lewis has since filed an assault charge against the minister. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has told the Duke of Cambridge that Jamaica is intent on removing his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, as the country's head of state.
Jamaica is, as you would see, a country that is very proud of our history, very proud of what we have achieved, and we are moving on, and we intend to attain in short order our development goals and fulfill our true ambitions and destiny as an independent, developed, prosperous country.
Jamaica spent centuries as a colony of Britain until it gained political independence in 1962. However, the British monarch was retained as the head of state. And at a state dinner on Wednesday night, the Duke of Cambridge, Prince William, stopped short of an apology for slavery. However, he decried it, saying it should never have happened.
I strongly agree with my father, the Prince of Wales, who said in Barbados last year that the appalling atrocity of slavery forever stains our history. I want to express my profound sorrow. Slavery was abhorrent, and it should never have happened.
Meanwhile, lower-level staff at the Spanish Town Hospital in St. Catherine say they were left feeling small after they were instructed to stay clear of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge during the tour by the royals. The group, who asked not to be identified, said that they were part of the general staff that had gathered near the corridors to glimpse Prince William and Kate, who visited the vaccination center and the maternity ward at the hospital. But what the staff said should have been a light, feel-good moment was dampened by orders from their superiors and hospital senior staff to keep the area sterile. It does not appear that the same order was given to the mid-level and senior staff members who recorded, greeted, and cheered for the royal couple upon their arrival. Suspected child abductor Davian Bryan is now in police custody after 5 months on the run. Davian Bryan is suspected by the police and residents of abducting 2 girls aged 9 and 13 in the St. Thomas community of Bath in October last year. His sister Clarendon told the Gleaner that Bryan arranged his surrender to the police and wept as he was apprehended. She also detailed how she led cops to her relieved brother in a bushy area of Durham district in Portland on Wednesday night. Davian Bryan also praised cops for the way they treated her brother. Davian Bryan is facing charges in the Portland Circuit Court for rape and illegal possession of a firearm. He had been on bail. There was grief across Jamaica this week following the murder of 2 schoolboys in separate incidents. In the first incident, 16-year-old William Knibb High School 10th grader Kamal Hall was stabbed to death by another student. The acting principal at the Trelawney-based school reported that a fuss over a stolen guard ring was behind the murder. Guard rings are often used by wrongdoers who believe they can protect them from their enemies as well as police detection. Kamal was reportedly accused by one of his classmates of stealing his friend's guard ring. In the other incident, 16-year-old Papine High School student Kenneth Williams was killed on Wednesday on Ligony Avenue as he walked to school. The police believe the killing was motivated by robbery. Kenneth, the only child for his mother, was killed 3 days before his parents were scheduled to get married. His mother told the Star that she got the news of the murder hours after she ironed his suit for Saturday's wedding. Still in the corporate area, Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson says investigators are pursuing leads to apprehend the gunmen responsible for Thursday night's fatal attack on West Main Drive in Marvelly, St. Andrew. 6 people were shot, 3 fatally, when gunmen traveling in a white motorcar opened fire on a group around 8:30 p.m. A nearby police team responded and engaged the shooters in a gun battle and high-speed chase. The gunmen, however, abandoned their vehicle in the St. Andrew North Police Division and escaped.
We have some leads as to who may have been involved in this, and we have the car in our custody at the moment. So we will be applying all of our scientific techniques to that car and also checking on the Jamaica Eye system to see where that car was, where it came from. So we have a lot of work to do on this, but I feel pretty confident that the team will capture these people.
And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. Like this video on our YouTube page, subscribe today and turn on your notifications. I'm Damian Mitchell, and before we go, more sights and scenes of the visit of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge to Jamaica.
Schoolboys had to establish this early childhood education program was recognition that the early years is fundamental to a child's journey through life.